Well, when you're talking to somebody in the headset through the backstage, maybe because you're the one telling her what to say, maybe it doesn't come across that bad to the people that are there, to management, you know what I mean? But the people that watch on TV, I mean, it comes across as atrocious. You know what I mean?
It definitely was, man.
Yeah.
All right, 2 minutes. Let me see if I can do this. I don't think I can do it, man. I don't think I can do it.
It's
Backstage, we see Trish and Beth Phoenix walks in, and Beth yells at her and says, "Why was I not in the Diva Contenders match?" Jericho walks in, and he starts talking, and Trish says that, I guess Jericho was talking like Trish was in love with her, and Trish was like, yeah, whatever. And so Trish asks Beth if she thinks she's afraid of her, and she says, "I'll prove it. We'll have a match tonight. You and Chris Jericho versus me and a partner of my choosing, surprise partner." And so that match is made. And before the segment ends, Jericho says, "By the way, I'll fight Bob Barker anytime," because Trish had made a comment about him being scared of Bob Barker, which was pretty funny. Yeah, that was good. And then the match they built up all night, going to commercial with Shawn Michaels versus Ted DiBiase of the Legacy. That ended in a DQ with a big brawl. There was one cool spot where they went to a commercial on like a spot. It was Triple H threw, I think it was Ted DiBiase, into the cameraman, and then you see the picture go down and fall and sideways, kind of like Blair Witch Project. Hits black, and then we go straight to commercial on that. And then when they come back, they showed us what happened during the break. But it was just a big brawl, same as the pay-per-view, and so that was that. Hornswoggle and Evan Bourne defeated Chavo Guerrero and Carlito. Nothing much to talk about there. Goofy crap with the apple and spitting it in people's faces from Hornswoggle. And after the match, Chavo got on the mic and finally said, "I give up. I admit it. You beat me. You're better than me, blah, 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 blah." So my question to you, Mr. Clark, is, for the third show in a row, is this finally over, Chavo and Hornswoggle? Is it finally done? Next week, will there be another match with those two involved in any capacity? Do you think so?
Same thing as last week or the week before. I'm not going to give you an answer, because I don't know.
I got to get you on record, admit getting it wrong or something, you know?
No,
Then it was time for John Cena's big interview segment, like The Rock, backstage, and he made his new promise, because he made a promise that he would not quit going into the breaking point. So his new promise was just basically he's going to beat the shit out of Orton in Hell in the Cell, because that match was made also for earlier when Trish came out, so that match will be at the pay-per-view. Trish and MVP defeated Beth and Jericho via DQ, but then Trish got on the mic and said she didn't want it to end that way, so because Henry or somebody interfered. Oh, no, Big Show interfered. So they said, all right, now you're in the match, and it's a six-man or a six-person tag. And they won that again. Trish, MVP, and Mark Henry defeated Beth Phoenix, Chris Jericho, and Big Show. Trish won with the Stratisfaction in the pin. She did. Not only did she look good, and in a grown-up way, but as far as looking good in the ring, she still had it, definitely, man. I mean, she was doing all her. The only thing that she's messed up, she went to do the Matrix spot where you duck the clothesline by bending backwards or whatever, and she kind of fell on her ass on that. But other than that, she was all there. And then main event: Batista versus Randy Orton, no holds barred. The finish came when Orton tried running away up the ramp. Screw this, I'm out of here. Of course, John Cena's music hits. He stops him, throws him back in the ring. Batista hits the Batista bomb or the Animal bomb, whatever they call it, and got the pin for the victory, and that's Raw.
That was Monday Night Raw. I didn't see much of it. Like I said, was watching the football game last night, but yeah, not bad.
I couldn't give it an overall grade because the whole time I'm watching it, you're talking about, oh, they just fumbled it, oh, interception, oh, Seinfeld's on, oh, Kanye's crying. I'm like, Jesus, man, I want to watch that stuff. So no matter how good it was, I didn't recognize it because I just wanted it to be over with so I could download everything I was missing.
Well, you got it today. At least you got to see it today, so you were all good. All right, guys, we're at the top of the hour here, 8 o'clock on the East Coast. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Matty B is going to check and see if he can get some ECW spoilers for you guys. If we have coverage going on tonight, Ryan Gray. Hopefully he got the hook up tonight, so we'll see what's up with that. SmackDown spoilers probably in hour number 2. Chat shout-outs as well. We're going to take your live phone calls, 724-444-7444. Call ID number is 30273, followed by the pound key. Live chat room, WZROnline.com /chat. Get in there right now. We'll be back for hour number 2 coming up here in a minute. You're listening to WZR Radio. Matt Boone and Ryan Clark. We'll be back. Right?
No Fleetwood, please.
And we're back, WZR Radio here on WZROnline.com. I won't put you through that.
Oh, we're back. You didn't tell me, man.
We're back. I know. I wasn't going to put them through that. I said watch this. I was going to joke around with you, but
I'm glad you're into that, because they're in there asking me why I'm playing that crap right now. That was not me. Believe me, that was not me.
I was going to give them some Journey when we came back from the break, but whatever. Nonetheless, we're back, WZR Radio, for our numero dos. People in the chat room are loving you, baby. Matt Boone is back on WZR Radio, and the fans are eating it up, man.
They really do, man. It's pretty fucking cool now that I think about it. I mean, my God, they hated my guts as much as 3 months ago. They despised me. Now look at them, suckling on the teeth.
I know. Now you are the man up on this joint, no doubt.
What I do?
Yeah. Let's see here. Chat room plug, WZROnline.com /chat. Lots and lots of people in there. Ultimate Fanatic in the chat room says, the fucking man, Matt Boone.
That guy hated my guts, too, a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I think he hates my guts, too, but whatever. Little Wave 20, Cold Black, Kipster 11. Maybe he won't anymore since I gave him a chat shout-out. But Cold Black, who else? I don't know. I'll get more of you guys later. But WZROnline.com /chat. Donald Long, 91, is in there as well. Ultimate Fanatic doesn't hate me. That's good news. We'll
Guest 109's in there. You know, we got
101. You know, Guest 109 can't chat. So what he should do is refresh the chat room,
nice.
Register a username and a password, and be set on a weekly basis, and then we'll shout him out.
Well played.
Unless you're Matt Boone, well played. Unless you want to stay Guest 109 and get shouted out by Matt Boone.
Strictly for comedic purposes. Strictly
for comedic purposes. All right.
Comedian purposes.
I know. I messed it up. Right now, how are you going to call me out on that?
I call everybody out on every mistake. That's what I do, among other
things.
They
didn't hear it. They didn't hear what I did, so I said it too low. You're the only one that heard that. Whatever. What are we doing? News?
It's up to you, man. I mean, we got, 1, 2, 3, 4 events to talk about. If you want to go the MMA boxing route, finish on TNA, or opposite, or news, I don't know. I'm down for anything.
All right, I'll tell you what. We got to talk about Jeff Hardy, and we got to talk about the Kurt Angle story from today, this Hulkamania tour with Ric Flair and others. Maybe Ric Flair. I don't think that's official just quite yet. I don't think Flair signed that deal. So we'll do that. We'll talk about news. We got to talk about, you know what? We never brought up the Bandit in the chat room. Says Angelina Love. I don't think we talked about this.
No, that would have been on last week's show. Unfortunately,
right.
I wasn't here.
No, you weren't here.
No, that's a big one, man. The beautiful people. I remember, I don't really like, I'm a little bit back into wrestling enough that I can enjoy the good stuff and hate the bad stuff like everybody else, but TNA, I pretty much don't like anything, but the beautiful people, I remember telling you, like the last 2 pay-per-views in a row, like, wow, that's a pretty cool act, they're what I call them on the show. I called them the cunty bitches from high school that were the popular girls that nobody would talk to, you know what I mean? It was cool, and she was the main ingredient in that, and no more.
She was the main ingredient. I mean, she was awesome on the mic, all the backstage. I mean, I watch Impact on a weekly basis, and her promos are unreal. You know what I mean? I mean, probably one of the best divas, knockouts divas, whatever you want to call them, that I've seen in a long time. And I think the latest updates that we haven't put up on the website, TNA and Lauren is the real name, but they are trying to work things out, and it'll be interesting to see what they do at the next set of Impact tapings with the beautiful people. But they are trying to work that out, trying to get something done where she'd be able to return to the promotion.
Ryan's on a first-name basis with Miss Angelina Love. We got to call her Angelina Love. Ryan has her cell phone, text message. He says, "What's up, Lauren? What's up, Laura? What's up, Elle?"
What's up? Yeah, her and Letitia. Letitia.
She's on your nuts a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. Well, let's be honest with the fans here. Let's be honest with them now.
Well, here we go. Let me find this. Stall for me. Talk.
All right.
Here we go. All right. She says, Letitia Klein. Remember her from TNA? She sent me an email. She says, Playboy as well, no doubt. She says, as far as what I'm up to now, not a whole lot to do with wrestling. After my father passed away last year, I moved home to Kentucky to be with my mother. I then moved to New York City this January, where I am in the process of writing a children's book. I am training for the New York City Triathlon and bartending at a fine dining restaurant on the Upper East Side. So if you're in the New York City area and you want to go up to the Upper East Side, which is crazy amounts of bars and restaurants, you can look for Letitia Klein as a bartender in one of those bars. I'm not going to give you the name. Too bad I don't have it anyway. But she says, I did have a role in an indie film that came out in May called Frost, The Last International Playboy. Other than that, I've given up on the entertainment world and decided to entertain people with my words instead. Hope all is well with you.
Yeah, that's what everybody's entertained by with her. Come on, what are we talking about here? Everybody likes to be around her for a good conversation. That's what she's known for.
You want another one that I got today? Let me see if
I
can pull this up. She says, this is from Mary, and we'll just refer to her as Mary. No jokes, please, Matt Bone. I know you're thinking about that. But,
we'll do it. Not even, I got too much class, man. Too much class.
I know, live radio. She says, are you ready for this?
What do you got?
She says, and I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna read her the email, and I'm not gonna say anything else about it. She says, in January of this year, you wrote an article about me being fired from WWE. I was Stephanie McMahon's assistant. That story was very damaging to my reputation, and I need to know who provided you with the information for your story. Thank you. We'll leave it at that, with nothing else said. Moving on. There's a reason why I can't say anything. But
I'm not saying nothing. You're worried about me and still. I can tell. I'm not going to say nothing.
No. I know you're not. I can't address that any further.
I can. Fuck off, bitch. How about that?
You said it, not me.
Say it again.
Hey, you want to?
No, I'm all right.
All right. Yeah, so let's get into... God, I don't know how we went from Angelina Love to that, but
we said that Angelina Love was a cunty bitch in TNA, the high school queen, so another bitch. I said it, not you.
Oh shoot, man! Oh shoot! All right.
The common denominator. Oh yeah.
Yes, as long as you're saying it, I'm in the.
I got no problem saying it. Fuck off.
Okay.
Nobody likes you.
Jeff Hardy, Matt Boone.
This is all you, man. I don't know nothing about this story, so you're gonna have to carry this part.
Here's the deal. I got to get the specs. I want to give you guys the charges that figures I don't have any of this stuff in the show file. The stuff that I should.
That's my fault. I'll take the blame. That's my fault. But yeah, there was a lot of them. I know that.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy was last Friday. Yeah, Friday. There was a tip that led investigators, police in North Carolina, to make a stop at Jeff Hardy's house. They obtained a search warrant and went in there, found some drugs, a lot of drugs in there. They found, what was it, something like, I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, guys, but something like 300 Vicodin pills, 200 Soma pills.
Jesus. I got many comments swirling through my head. I'm not going to say none of them. None of them.
Cocaine residue as well was found. A lot of things were found in the home.
Steroids, right?
Came out. Steroids as well, something like 555 milliliters of antibiotic steroids. Yeah, so a lot of stuff was found in his house. He came out on Twitter and basically said, "Don't believe everything that you read on the internet." And basically, the stuff that we reported on the internet came from the Moore County Sheriff's Office. So unless
you can listen to them, yeah.
Unless, I mean, he came out and trashed us on Twitter saying, I wish the media would report the correct information. Well, what we reported and what we passed